Big chat. What the fuck?
Shut up. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Issue Crew Movie Reviews. I am your host, Riley, and I am joined today by not a single other member of the Issue Crew. None of them are here with me today. This is, Issue Crew Movie Reviews kind of exists for branding reasons. People like movies, so if they search for those movies, sometimes they come up. So I want to keep making more movie reviews. But a lot of my Issue Crew co-hosts don't have a lot of time. So, I figured I might start doing them with some guests. And there are plans for other guests in the future, but this particular guest I think I'm going to have on a few times because he is my best friend in the world now, and we make a 3-hour consistently Power Rangers podcast every week. And we talk like literally every day.
We're repping Megazord Radio, bitch.
Yeah, Megazord. Go subscribe to Megazord Radio, my new Power Rangers podcast. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, and I think both of our Twitters are tagged on the Twitter for Megazord Radio, so follow us there as well.
Yeah, get all the shit. Go check it out. But today, folks, we're here to review a movie because that's what we do.
The best movie
reviews. Maybe one of the best movies I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm just
for those of you that don't know me, I am Crow Royalty, since my name has not been said yet.
We said your name, no,
we didn't.
This is Crow Royalty. Welcome to the show, Crow Royalty.
I am Crow Royalty, and I am the Gay Lord.
He's the Gay Lord.
That is the running joke in the podcast. I say that every episode. Though I do believe that Yosuke may have beaten my punch in this episode.
Yosuke's gay. Yosuke, the red Hurricaneger, is homosexual canonically, it seems.
As is Ryuga, the red Abaranger.
Yes,
and this comes up in the movie.
Oh man, Crow, what a film! So
this movie is just so good.
Today, what we watched was, I believe, the official title is Bakuryuu Sentai
Abaranger versus Ninpu Sentai Hurricaneger.
No. The proper title does not include Ninpu Sentai for whatever reason. It's just
what?
It's just Bakuryuu Sentai Abaranger versus Hurricaneger the movie.
That's dumb.
It is weird, but that's the official title. That's what's going in the title of the video. It's
also a question: did I have the right opening to what Hurricaneger's thing is?
What do you mean by that?
You know how we said Bakuryuu Sentai Abaranger? It is Ninpu Sentai Hurricaneger.
It is Ninpu Sentai Hurricaneger. You were correct.
Okay.
So this is big Japanese toku weeb shit, by the way. This is the nerd shit. I feel guilty.
And I completely out-nerded Riley in this movie.
I don't think I've ever quite conveyed this to you, Crow, but I have this internal struggle with myself where the reason I think I didn't finish Sentais ever is because I was always I felt this more with Kamen Rider than with Super Sentai, but I felt it both to the extent where I'm just I don't want to be this much of a weeb.
Yeah, and then there's me that's been
I like Power Rangers and I like the English dubs of Dragon Ball Z and Naruto. I don't want to watch a show in Japanese with subtitles. And I watched a couple of them and they were cool. I think the first one I ever watched was Gokaiger, and I only watched 10 episodes. But it was.
I thought you watched Goseiger first and watched 30.
Goseiger was the first one that I watched a lot of. I did not finish it, but I watched more than half, I think.
Yeah, I remember you and I talking about this because reasons.
But then recently
I'm not going to say the reasons because I don't know if the Issue Crew knows the reasons or not.
Wait, what reasons? Hold on. What? I need you to re-explain what you were just saying.
Don't
say it if it's a secret, but just re-explain why you wouldn't say it.
I don't know if the Issue Crew knows that side of you or not.
Oh, the Power Rangers roleplay side? It's knowledge. It's people know.
Okay, I didn't know, so I wasn't going to bring it up, but yes. Riley has his own adaptation of Goseiger and kind of beat me to the punch with it.
I literally did nothing with it, so maybe you can just have it.
I'm just gonna add a bunch of shit and then it's gonna go nowhere.
I like the characters I have for it. I did kind of dedicate my guy to it. I'm not
Yeah.
going into detail. It's just an OC that I reuse sometimes. Is that character?
Yeah.
We're done with
I
this
know
talk.
which guy you're talking about
No
too,
more
I
roleplay
think.
talk. No more roleplay talk. It's
Anyway,
over.
we need to get back to Bakuryuu Sentai Abaranger versus Hurricaneger, the
The
movie.
movie. So this film, I'm just so hyped. Okay.
For all extensive purposes, I have never seen Hurricaneger, and this made me want to go watch Hurricaneger in its fullest for
And
every single character.
I've never seen Abaranger, and like this movie sold me on them, but not as aggressively as it sold you on Hurricaneger.
It sold me on Hurricaneger for dumb reasons.
Yeah, it was definitely just like your ninja weapon obsession.
No, it's not just my ninja weapon obsession. It's the fucking swoosh swoosh.
You did like swoosh swoosh, which is another thing. Real quick, I just want to talk about the weird thing about watching Japanese shows, right? Is the difference if you're not watching official subtitles, the difference between translations between different
It's astounding.
subtitlers. Because the thing is, the movies are always subbed by different people. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I watched Hurricaneger. I'm pretty sure the subs on Toku Fun for all the old ones are the official Shout Factory subs.
Yeah, they are. Same thing for any of the ones that you can find on like YouTube or anything. They're
Yeah, because
Shout Factory.
I know the same Jew Ranger sub is on YouTube as is Toku Fun, and I believe that is the Shout Factory
And
dub. I believe
same
that
for
is also an
Abaranger, by the way.
unauthorized upload on both counts. I do kind of want to buy the DVDs someday just so I can be cool and have them.
I was gonna buy the Abaranger versus Hurricaneger DVD now that I've seen the
See,
movie.
that's my weird thing I have where we all know people talk outwardly about pirating media all the time. It's kind of just a reality. People do it. But
But
I always like I pirate it because I want it, but then I'm like I do want to own this though.
it's like we can't get access to the physical copies of it, or the physical copies are
But
so
we
rare.
can, not of the movie, but of Hurricaneger for sure. You can. It's a Shout Factory DVD.
Movies really can't get any.
True. So for the movies, it's fine.
But like, I'm not gonna go and spend thousands of dollars trying to get physical copies of currently running Sentai and Kamen Rider.
No, it's the difference. It's the difference I think between like stuff that's officially released in America and stuff that hasn't.
Yeah.
I think if you really want to see something, then you're gonna go see it. Like that's my opinion. It's like I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't think it impacts the market enough, really.
Not for a bunch of Americans who don't have access to go see the thing.
For Japan. Like I doubt the Shout Factory US DVD sales really broke bad for them money wise.
Yeah.
They released a bunch of them, so they probably made a decent chunk of change, but they don't like rely on
the entirety of Kamen Rider 01 that is still being sold to this day, so they're still making money off of it.
Oh, did Shout Factory do 01?
I think it was Shout Factory. They did. There was a Kamen Rider 01 DVD that I almost bought to piss off a certain person who's obsessed with 01.
Isn't Jack obsessed with 01?
Yeah, I did it to piss off him, but then I was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna buy this because I'm not."
I should watch more Kamen Rider. That was really the show where I was like, if I get into Kamen Rider, I'm just like a degenerate weeb. If I get into Kamen Rider, like that's when I.
Says the person who likes Kamen Rider Forze.
But then I watched Kamen Rider Forze, and now I'm really into Kamen Rider Forze. I'm watching it slowly because I'm watching like a million other things, but it is very.
I love how the entirety of this conversation has been 2 seconds of Hurricaneger versus Abaranger. We're just
gonna talk about Sentai and Power Rangers for like 7 hours. Like we're gonna talk about the movie in a minute, but I'm not gonna artificially cut off this conversation we're having.
Yeah, I know. I just realized that it's been like 2 seconds of Abaranger versus Hurricaneger, and then the rest of this is just generalized conversation about.
We're also only 9 minutes in, but like it's fine.
It's fine. We'll get to the actual topic of today's episode in a little bit.
You fucking interrupted me, and now I don't remember. What were we talking about?
We were talking about 01 and then Forze.
Yeah, okay. So now I'm into Kamen Rider. I like Forze. I haven't been watching it much. By the way, I have to go into an unrelated Power Rangers tangent for a minute because I meant to say it to you before we did the podcast. Now we're on the podcast, but now I have to say it. So, unrelated Power Rangers tangent. Crow and I have both I believe, Crow, you are familiar with the Power Rangers season, Power Rangers RPM. Yes.
Yes, I am, in fact, and I love it to a fucking T.
Oh my god, I'm 10 episodes in.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's so interesting. Like
You
the
want to know the
first,
weak point of Power Rangers RPM, though?
what is it?
The fact that there wasn't enough of it.
That's true. There's only 32 episodes. The 32 episode seasons are rough. They feel so small. And that
They
was
do.
all.
They
That
really
was all
do.
of them. That was Mystic Force, Overdrive, Jungle Fury, and RPM. Like it was the later half of the
Yeah.
Disney.
Yeah, and it just felt so off. And it's if we had had enough, like if we had like a 40 episode ish, like 40 or more episodes for RPM, I'd have been happy. But it
The
had to
thing
be a
about
part of
RPM,
RPM, not fucking Go Busters. Or
so
no,
maybe
not
it's
even
a
called
little
Go Busters.
weird.
Not fucking Beast Morphers.
Stop me if this is unhinged. So RPM right now, it's starting to settle into being Power Rangers. Like it's
Yeah.
very good Power Rangers, but it's Power Rangers. For the first few episodes,
It didn't feel
kind
like
of
Power
felt
Rangers.
like it
Felt
had
like
this
Mad
weird
Max.
feeling, and the way I described it was like not Mad Max. It's not even the apocalypse thing. It's kind of like The Boys, but Power Rangers.
Oh, that is so accurate, and I cannot believe I never thought about that.
Because it's like it's not because the Power Rangers are good people. It's not like the superheroes are all assholes, but it's like just this kind of
Well, Dylan is, but
it's kind of this like sitcom-y world where it's like
yeah,
there's the good guys and there's the bad guys, and it's
but
kind
it's
of
like very cut
like
and dry.
the reality around them is very grim, but they're very goofy and multicolored, and they kind of play into that in an expertful way.
Yeah, and
Literally,
it's
I think
very good.
this is so stupid that they did this, and it was also brilliant. I think what really sold those early episodes, and this is a stupid, tiny little thing, they ended with like a little Law and Order logo flash. And that gave the show a really interesting feeling between episodes where it would just like events would happen, the episode would end, and it would just do like the Law and Order flash, and then the next episode like it picks up from there. And it was just like a
and
very interesting way it felt.
I never noticed that, but you were totally right. I just kind of zoned it out because I watch Law and Order so much. I've zoned it out on Law and Order, but I also zoned it out on RPM.
Also, Ziggy Grover is maybe the most amazing character to ever exist in fiction. Maybe I love Ziggy so much.
I disagree with you, but you haven't gotten to the best episode of RPM yet.
It's so hard for me to rank Power Rangers because I keep every time I get into a new Power Ranger, it's like I want to put them in the top 5. Right now, definitively,
Ziggy is top 5. Fuck you.
Ziggy is not top 5 yet, but he might break in there. Right now, my top 5 is Tommy Oliver's number 1, Adam Park is number 2, and Kira Ford is number 3. Ronnie Robinson is number 4.
And that is broken, Riley, and you know it.
And number
you know
5,
it to be true.
Number 5 is Kimberly Hart.
That is broken of a list, and you know it.
Ronnie is so good.
That's broken for so many more reasons, though. Now,
what are the other reasons?
First off, you're missing Tori.
Tori's number 6. She's right behind.
Exactly, that's my point. She's too low.
Tori's very good.
Simp for saying
there's so many very good Power Rangers,
and so many very good female Power Rangers.
Yeah, the thing is, the girl ones I'll always love them. They always kick ass in such like an entertaining way. I just love tough women. Like that's just the reality of my life. Is I just like watching women kick people's ass.
On the topic of women kicking people's ass, I cannot talk about that comment. Never mind. It is way too
ass beat by a woman.
No. It is way too soon from that movie airing for us to talk about that on here.
Oh yeah, we can't talk about Once and Always. No, Once and Always talk.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna bring up the best Power Ranger from recent history, and then I was like, wait, we can't. That she just came out.
Wow, she's gay? She just came out? That was a
God
bad
damn it! You
joke.
stole my
Sorry,
joke.
everybody. That was a
You
stupid joke.
stole my joke.
Crow was gonna make it, so that's how you know it was extra stupid. I'm sorry for making it myself.
No, you stole my joke from the first episode of the fucking Morphin or Megazord Radio.
Megazord Radio. You say the morphing grid. I mean, that's basically what it is. I basically just listened to the morphing grid and said I want to do that, and then got Crow royalty to do that with me.
No, I almost called it the Morphin Radio,
The
and
morphing radio. You promised you would listen to Once and Always Morphin Grid. We should just listen to that together tomorrow.
yes, we should because I
It's not
forgot to
out
listen
yet,
to it
but
today.
hopefully it'll come out tomorrow. It got delayed because they were like, we're gonna edit it right away and put it out on Friday. And Jake was like, it was 3.5 hours long actually, so we gotta like it might take a day or two more.
God damn, that sucks. Because I forgot to go check earlier. I meant to go check, and I got distracted.
I think just Power Rangers is a magical formula for people to talk because like there's a million podcasts like this. It's oversaturated, but like I just want to do it. It just fulfills me creatively.
It is perfection.
And there's like a million different ones. Like there's the Morphin Grid, and I've recently been listening to Ranger Danger, which is like I think one of the most popular ones because I like having like a podcast to pair with seasons, and that's how I've been doing it with the Morphin Grid. But they just finished Operation Overdrive. So there's like a good few seasons they haven't done. And Ranger Danger, they're on Ninja Storm, like they're way behind. But
they had a couple
in their first couple years. They were like, we're going to do the currently airing seasons. So now I have podcasts for Dino Charge and Ninja Steel. And I've been listening because I've already watched like 9 episodes of Dino Charge before I knew this. So I've just been binging Ranger Danger Dino Charge, and it's been very good. Ranger Danger is a good show.
And so we have started our own variation of that.
We started our own variation. We're going to start from the very beginning.
And it is so good, but every 2-episode stretch is 3 hours of podcast, if not more.
No, because here's the thing. We actually did very well. It's just that also we spent 56 minutes and 47 seconds reviewing Once and Always separately from our coverage. If it was just our coverage of Power Rangers, it would have been like 2 hours and 10 minutes. It would have been perfect.
Yeah, but we had to talk about Once and Always on the podcast because
so next time it'll probably be pretty good. It'll probably be a pretty decent length.
Yeah,
I like 2.5 hours because like the thing is, it'd actually be preferable if we could do like 2 distinct podcasts a week about one episode, but we can't do that. So to give both episodes attention, having it be long is a good thing, and I think like 1 hour and 15 minutes per episode is like a perfect benchmark. So 2.5 hours is like the golden length.
And it gives like actual input onto things. It's not as much as I normally would put onto an episode.
I do take the first 20 pages of notes every time, and I think that's a good thing because we talk about every detail. And the thing about these review podcasts is sometimes I forget a lot of the details because I have a very poor memory.
And I am a dumbass.
And so I take notes for these podcasts, but the way I take notes is like so pedantic that like I can't do it all the time. So I've dedicated the power to like TV shows. Like I can't do it every time I review a movie. That I kind of have to do off the cuff, or else I'll never do it. So
exactly.
But
like we're doing with this.
Crow did take some notes so that we remember some things that we wanted to talk about.
There's a lot of things I want to talk about because holy shit, I love this movie.
We're just gonna go freak out and be nerds and just skip around. I'm sure because his notes were chaos notes.
My notes are always chaos notes, but
I do love using chaos notes. It is very good. But
I have one thing that I want to open with. Okay,
sure.
You should know where this is going because I brought it up to start with.
Just say it because I'm not going to recall. I don't have power to do that.
I'm trying to stop laughing because this is such a dumb idea. But Yosuke writing Ryoga.
Well, you skipped way around to get to there, but yeah,
I did. But that is just the first thing on my mind, and that was the first thing I brought up earlier. It's just use. It's gay.
So this was the gayest love story ever told in Super Sentai.
Yeah,
between Yosuke and Ryuga.
It's probably the gayest in.
They had a little
100, whatever Izzy is.
No, I think Kelsey and Nancy are the most perfect gay couple in Power Rangers history.
I who those are. Wait, yeah.
Kelsey is Yellow
I,
Lightspeed Rescue, and then
I
Nancy
remember
is
now.
her
It
astronaut
took me a
girlfriend.
minute. It took me a minute. I remembered who it was. I was like, wait, who is that? But you cannot deny it is 100% better than whatever Izzy is, and then her plank of a girlfriend.
I have not seen any of that. I just saw the episode where they like imply that, where Javi tries to set her up with a dude, and it all goes wrong because she's gay. Actually, that's the episode I just watched. Well,
Yeah.
that I think
Also,
the
for the viewers,
Lord
when I call
episode,
her a plank, I'm calling her a plank because she has no personality.
I don't like her. Something about her is just off to
She
me, and
sucks.
I know she's gonna be a Power Ranger in Cosmic Fury, and I don't know how I feel about that.
She sucks. Okay.
I
Coming
think
off of
Min should be the Orange Ranger in Cosmic Fury.
yes, very much. So. We can't talk about that.
We don't have to get into detail. People know the
But
name Min.
yes,
That's a thing you
that.
can say.
But yes, definitely. But if
It will be a
our friend
fucking
Jack is to be
crime.
believed,
It'll
but
be a
if our
fucking
friend Jack is to be believed, she's supposed to be the White Ranger, and I'm just like,
they're
no,
not
she's
they're
not going
not
to be Zinkheiser.
they're not gonna use Zenkaiser. But the thing is, I just want her to be in things. Because if Charlie Kirsch only gets to be Min Kwan in this special, it will be a fucking crime against humanity.
It is
she
already a crime against
owns
humanity
that
that
role.
she is perfection in every single way, and yeah, she has already made it onto my top like 16 list in a matter of 2 days.
She's so good. But the
She's
thing
so
is,
good.
right? Here's another thing about Cosmic Fury that I'd like to talk about. So what I've heard is they're switching to like CW length episodes.
No,
Like
that
they're
means we're
gonna
gonna
be
get
like
even less.
40-minute episodes.
But that means we're gonna get even less episodes per season. What the?
I believe they literally said we're going to get 10 episodes per season. 10 40-minute episodes.
I'm done. Nope, I'm done.
I'm actually, you know what? It'll probably suck. But there's a
I'm
chance.
done with Power Rangers. I'm done with Power Rangers.
I like 45-minute TV. I think that's a good idea.
I don't.
If they do good, which I think they have the chance to. If the same people that worked on Once and Always
It has
put
to
their
be
heart
specifically.
into Cosmic Fury.
If they were to make this good, okay,
Mm-hmm.
it has to be 3 people.
Jackie
One
Marchand.
of which is probably the same person. Or 2 of which are probably the same person.
One of them is Jackie Marchand.
Jackie Marchand.
Yes.
I forgot what the other guy's name is. It's the guy who has 2 names that we were talking about.
Judd/Chip Lynn.
Yes. Him and Jackie, or them and Jackie Marchand. Yes.
Are Judd and Chip Lynn the same person, or is Chip Judd's
no.
son? No, because Chip, I think it just switches around. Because I think like it says like a Judd in Mighty Morphin, and then it says Chip in like Turbo, but then it says Judd again in like Super Mega Force. And then it says Chip in Dino Charge.
No, Judd and Chip are the same person.
Okay. It's the same
It
guy.
is
Okay.
Judd Chip Lynn is an American television writer, producer, and director. He is known for his
calling
work.
him Judd then, and I'll stop getting confused. So
yeah, but
Judd and Jackie.
It's him and Jackie. That's it. That's the only people that should be working on it.
You said 3, but you meant like Chip and Judd. Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't know either. I didn't know either. So I was like, are they two people or are they one?
They did write all of Time Force together, so I think it's pretty safe to say that Judd Lynn and Jackie Marchand are a very strong writing duo.
Yes, exactly. That's why they should be writing the entirety of Power Rangers
anymore, because they definitely have not worked on the same episode since Time Force. I'm pretty sure they've both worked on Power Rangers since, but I think they've stopped working together. I might be completely
just have them
wrong.
alternate on episodes.
I might be
they don't have to
pulling
exactly.
I might be pulling this directly from my rectal cavity, but like I think maybe they stopped writing together.
You couldn't say pulling it out of your ass. But like, here's my thing: they don't necessarily have to work together. Just have them like write alternating episodes.
Also,
Or
there's one Power Rangers writer, and this is like a weird one. I think it's a name that people do recognize, but it's not one of the big ones. Can you look up real quick on your Google machine who
yeah,
wrote the Power Rangers Zeo episode for Crying Out Loud?
Robert Radler.
Robert Radler. It's Rad Bob. Rad Bob Radler. That's a Morphin Grid joke. But yeah, Robert
I
Radler.
don't get any of that joke.
Did he reject? Wait, was Robert Radler? I thought he was a director. Did he direct it or did he write it?
Wait, hold on. No, wait, that was the director. Hold on. It was written by is that Al Winchell or
Al Winchell?
AI Winchell? Al Winchell, yeah.
Al Winchell.
Okay, we're going to watch this episode after we get done. Or at
For
least
Crying
I
Out
am.
Loud.
I specifically am.
For Crying Out Loud is one of, if not my favorite episode of Power Rangers. It's just, and it's literally, it's a complete
It looks
filler
like
episode.
it's going to be mine as well.
It's a complete filler episode. It's not plot heavy at all. It has nothing to do with the plot. It's literally just Tommy and Kat take care of a baby, and the Machine Empire makes him cry, and the cry make earthquake. And
yes,
that's
give me the episode.
That's the plot of the episode.
Give me the episode.
But literally, a 1 minute scene near the beginning is why I love it so much. And it's just like such a genuine teenage joking between friends in like the best I've ever seen it in Power Rangers. So they all get the project from like health class or whatever, where they get split into teams. They have to pretend to be husband and wife, and they have to like, that's the
take care of a child.
No, taking care of a child is not a requirement of the assignment. The assignment is pretend to be husband and wife and do like a project about it. And then they're like, I hear Kat was getting something to make it more realistic. Tommy like says that with like sass. Like they walk in and everybody's like, "What's up, Tommy?" And Kat's not there yet, and he's like, she said she was getting something to make the project more realistic. And then Kat walks in. Kat walks in. It's not JJ. It's like a random.
I'm
baby.
making that joke. This is the first appearance of JJ. I'm gonna go. Hey JJ.
Yeah, it's JJ. It's a weird time travel thing. It's crazy.
Yeah, she went to the future and got her child.
But no, she obtains a baby for them to take care of for their project.
Does the baby get explained?
Yes, the baby is like a relative of hers, like kid that she agreed to take care of for like a week or something.
Okay, so I was gonna say, like, if it wasn't, and she just kidnapped the baby, I'm just gonna canonize that it is JJ from the future.
She stole a baby.
Yeah, if she just stole a baby, because that does sound like a Catherine thing to do.
But it's just like they're friends. They're like Rocky, Adam, and Tanya kind of tease Tommy. They like sing wedding bells at him when they say that like that him and Kat.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Married, and then the baby shows up and they kind of have like a comedy routine about the baby and like Tommy having to change diapers or whatever, and it's just like it's so good. So I want Al Winchell to write Power Rangers again because he wrote the most like real teen moment of Power Rangers I've ever seen.
Yep. Ooh. Excuse me. Sorry.
I guess Rad Bob. I think directing is usually also important in this type of thing.
Yeah, and the IMDb that I clicked by accident didn't show Al Winchell at first. It showed Rad Bob. I'm stealing that joke now, goddammit. I don't know what it's a joke about, but I'm stealing that joke.
His name is Bob. Robert's short to Bob, so he's Rad Bob Radler.
So he's the Rad Bug Radler?
Oh no. Oh no, the Rad Bob Radler's in the Rad Bug! We've gone too deep!
I'm gonna put the Rad Bug into everything. God damn it!
The Morphin Grid is the best podcast of all time.
I'm gonna put the Rad Bug into every joke I ever make now. God damn it!
I do like the Rad Bug is pretty good.
The Rad Bug is like my favorite part of.
Anyway, we have talked like nearly zero about like what happens in this film.
Aside from Yosuke writing.
Aside from Yosuke having gay sex with Ryuga, that's not what happens.
No, he's riding him. Yeah, that is what happens.
No, but he does literally ride him like he is a surfboard. Like he like swivels around like attacks, He's literally using him like a skateboard, not a surfboard, because they're not in water. He's literally using
It's a land surfboard.
He's a skateboard man.
It's a land surfboard.
Land surfboard, land board.
Okay, so on the topic of what the Abarangers and the Hurricanegers do, there's two variations of this or before this happens that I also want to talk about.
Okay.
The Yellow Ranger from the Hurricanegers, I forgot his name, but he's just riding on the Abaranger Ranger's back like a bull.
Coda.
Yeah, Coda's just riding Abare Blue like a bull, and it's fucking funny.
I love how none of us remember the Abarangers' names. Like, we looked up Ryuga so we could say Yosuke and Ryuga were gay, but both of us. And the thing is, Crow is the one in the call who's seen Abaranger. I haven't.
Yeah, and I remember
and he doesn't know the
three
names.
names from Abaranger.
And he remembers all the names from Hurricaneger. The season he's never seen. He's only seen this movie.
I know 3 names from Abaranger. The one I don't like, the one I really like, and the gay one.
Yes, Ryuga, the gay one, for Yosuke.
Ryuga, the gay one, for Yosuke, yeah. But then there's Asuka, who I fucking love absolutely every day. You cannot make me hate this man, period.
Asuka is black?
Black, yeah. The best ranger. And the reason I'm kind of disappointed in Dino Thunder. Hey, as much as I love Dino Thunder. Huh?
You bitch! You're saying, "Oh, I'm disappointed the Black Ranger was Tommy."
No, it's not because it's Tommy. Actually, it's because they didn't keep a bit from Abaranger about the Black Ranger when they made it Tommy. When it makes so much sense for that to be the Tommy thing.
Is it literally just like he has to vomit all the time?
No, it's the fucking harmonica key.
Harmonica key.
Yeah, his morpher or like his key for his morpher is a fucking harmonica.
Oh, that's awful. Oh god, no.
They should have dude, Tommy is the musical Power Ranger. Of course he should have had that.
There's plenty of Power Rangers who do music.
Not that do a music in their morphed forms.
The Wild Force do.
No, they don't.
They do the do 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 do.
That is an Aku. That is not a ranger.
No, that's when they put their daggers to the sky and call the Zords. It makes that. Like,
you're talking about the musical cue that happens from the daggers, not them playing instruments like Tommy playing the fucking dragon flute.
No. They raise their daggers to the sky and it goes do 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 do.
Yeah, but no, it is not on the same level as the Dragon Ranger and then Bakuryuu. Why did I say Bakuryuu Sentai Abare Black? That's literally where that thought went. But not on the same level as Abare Black and the Dragon Ranger have.
Wild
let
Force
alone what's
just FYI, PSA to the folks at home. Wild Force is pretty bad.
It really is. Taylor is the best part about it.
Taylor and Alyssa are the only good Rangers in the show.
Also, Lost Galaxy just kind of sucks, all things considered.
I don't know. Listen, I have to finish Wild Force before I make my definitive decisions. But it's either going to be right. It's going to be right above or right below Lost Galaxy, and I'm not sure yet.
But you admit Lost Galaxy is currently on the bottom of your list.
Yes, I currently have a list. I'm only ranking a season once I finish it. So there are a couple seasons that I've seen a lot of that are missing because I've technically never seen them beginning to end. So I'm interested to see how they shake up the rankings. But right now I have 11. I think the most notable missing thing is Zio, which I've said for years is my favorite season, even though I've technically never watched it from episode 1 to episode 50 beginning to end. Because the time I almost did, that's when Power Rangers got taken off Netflix.
That's what happened to me with Zio as well. Also, for simplicity's sake, I went ahead and looked up what Abare Blue's name is.
What's his name? I like that guy. That guy has a lot of like swagger. I'm kind of a fan.
His name is Yukito Sanjo.
Okay, Yukito. I like it.
No, Sanjo.
I don't have to say his last name every time.
No. You're missing the joke.
Oh, because they say that in the theme song of Hurricaneger?
Because they say that in their roll call.
All right, shut up. You bad jokes, bad horrible jokes.
Yes, but
Go to the
okay.
fire. Go to the flames. Burn.
Also, Abare Yellow is Ranru. Wait, I can't. I'm calling her Ranru.
Ranru. Okay.
Ranru Itsuki. I'm just gonna call her Itsuki because that is a much easier thing to say.
So let
But
me. Okay, I've been building up to this, and then we keep going on side tangents right before I do that. So what I've been trying to say this whole time is I'm a big nerd for these ninja kids. I love the Hurricaneger season so goddamn much. I started it on a whim. I've always been interested in it because I think the Ninja Storm suits might be my favorite suits of all time.
nah.
So like when I maybe they're not my favorite of all time, but they're definitely up there. I think they're the most fascinating suits. Like they're the design that like intrigue me the most. But maybe they're not my favorite. But they're up there. But I've always looked at those suits and I'm like, I feel like this is probably a better story in the Sentai. Once I started hearing about what the Sentai was, because it's like I could definitely see like the ninja shit here, and I bet that's handled a lot better in Japan. And god damn, was I right? I adore Ninja Storm, by the way. Let me just put that out there. Ninja Storm is my fourth right now. It's above In Space. That's how much I love Ninja Storm. The,
I feel really bad for what I have said about Hurricaneger in the past.
you've been putting off watching Hurricaneger, talking shit.
I have
And
not
then
exactly been talking shit. My shit has been talked about in Ninja, and my Ninja shit talking is accurate. But
you
I will
watched
say this: Hurricaneger, for what I have seen in this movie, for fuck's sake, god damn, I need to go watch it.
it's so good. I love them. They're my children. They just
Hurricane has it might not be the best Ninja season,
hey,
but it is
I
damn
don't know what this Kaku
close.
Ranger shit's about. All I've heard about it is that Sasuke throws a shoe at a guy, and I do like that happens.
Jiraiya also kills his own dad.
Well, that sounds pretty raw.
It really is. And that
I just like that Sasuke throws his shoe at a guy because that's funny. That's what you would do if you got attacked by a monster. Like, what else are you gonna fucking do? You throw your shoe at him.
that happens a couple times, if I remember correctly. But
I think I'm gonna like Sasuke a lot once I finally get around to Kaku
yeah,
Ranger.
also
That's
probably
one of the
not
ones. There are
like
some
Jiraiya.
Sentais I have podcasts for because they're Super Sentai brothers that I also hear are really good, and I'm probably gonna listen to them. And they did Kaku Ranger, so that's on the immediate list.
But to correct my errors with Hurricaneger, I'm going to go through a quick list of things that I completely ignored that Hurricaneger had because I had never seen anyone fucking mention them to
Yes.
save them.
So real quick, folks. Let me establish that Crow has this weird obsession with historically accurate ninja weaponry.
Not just ninja weaponry, ninja history, ninja tactics, historical ninja in general,
Anything about ninjas in real history.
anything about like actual ninja. If I see something, I'm gonna write it the fuck down.
Okay, so tell me all about all the real ninja shit in Hurricaneger.
Okay, for starters, I'm not gonna talk about Iko and Issue because Iko and Issue are
They're
gone.
so good. The Go Riders.
But I will start with Nanima and
Nanami.
Nanami, sorry. Nanami and
Which one?
the yellow one.
Coda.
Hoda. Okay. So Nanami immediately gets immediate pass on anything wrong that she ever does.
Nanami? Holy shit. Nanami?
I don't care how inaccurate she is. Nanami is perfection.
Nanami?
Just
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Nanami, right? We've been doing this thing a lot for like Sentai and Ranger seasons where we'll just like rank Rangers at each other because it's fun to like discuss. My
yes.
Hurricaneger ranking up until I watched this film, my current Hurricaneger ranking officially as of like earlier today
Autumn and
was
my
was
thought process when he said that was, "Fuck you, you're wrong."
yes, okay, but let me say it. So from top to bottom, Number 1 is Iko. Number 2 is Yosuke. Number 3 is Ishu. Number 4 is Hurricaneger. Number 5 is Koda. And number 6 is Nanami. That was earlier this morning. I love all 6 of them, but I had to rank them. Like I had to go through the grueling process of putting them against each other, and Nanami ended up at the bottom. But I've thought about like changing that a lot because she does get a lot of cool shit. Like her theme song, that shit. She has a song. Like she has her own dedicated like song that whenever she does something badass, it plays that song, and it's so epic, and it's got like this like cool guitar, and it's like it's just so rad. And they used that in this film, and it was so cool.
Okay, so since Riley put his ranking in, I must.
By the way, I'm changing my ranking. By the way, so my official ranking as of right now is.
I want to put in
the top. No, let me say my current official ranking so we can compare our real ones. Iko, Yosuke, and Ishu are still number 1, 2, and 3. Number 4 is Nanami. Number 5 is Hurricaneger. Number 6 is Koda.
Okay, and this is mine for midway through the movie. Okay, because this is important because of part of what I'm going to talk about as an Abaranger fan in general.
Okay.
But also this will explain why Yosuke made himself at the top of my list at the end.
You did get really into Yosuke right at the end.
Like right at the end, he made me so happy by saying like 4 words. But so midway through it, my ranking was Nanami right after she was introduced to
was
like
number 1.
Yeah, she was number 1.
I feel it
immediately.
I feel it.
Right below her was Kuwagata Rider. I forgot what his name.
Kuwagata Rider is Ishu.
Blue one, Ishu. Then it was Yosuke was at the bottom, aside from like Hurricaneger, who didn't appear. Like Hurricaneger, I didn't have enough with him. But
Hurricaneger has like one line. He is not. I believe
great.
My game theory is that he's not physically present. It's that.
No, he's a ghost. He's like Guy Yuki and Gokaiger.
Because he died, so he's a ghost.
Yeah, he's like Guy Yuki and Gokaiger. But the list goes. I'm gonna do colors because it's easier to remember their colors than it is to remember the names at the moment.
I know their names because they're my precious children who I fell in love with. But I understand that you don't know them.
I am not as good at this. But it goes blue, blue, red, yellow.
You have to specify which blue when you say that.
Nanami and then Ishu. And then
please go back and say navy and crimson for the Go Riders.
Okay. Blue, crimson. Wait.
You said blue again twice.
Okay. Blue, navy, crimson, yellow, red.
Okay.
And then Hurricaneger's at the bottom because he did not appear. I am sorry, Koda. I really am. But
Hurricaneger did be appearing.
Hurricaneger just came in at the very end, right before Yosuke did his thing, and was like, "You know what? Fuck it, I'm here." And it just played the fucking guitar, and it just
he plays the Ninjamison to summon the Revolver Mammoth, as he has done many times before.
It came from nowhere, though, and as someone who was not expecting him to show up because I was told he was dead, it just had me excited, and the excitement is still there. Honestly, I really like
this movie. Just got me so hyped in so many ways. Like it just
exactly
pumped up.
My official ranking entirely is Nanami, Ishu, Yosuke. Yosuke fucking saved himself with 4 words. And then Iko, Hurricaneger, Koda. Koda did not do as much as I wish he did in this movie. Or I wish he could have.
Koda, he had his small moments, but he
had his small moments. He really did, and he had one of the best ninja things that he did. But he was beaten by Nanami.
Pretty much
in
mostly, like,
doing
I think
the
everyone
exact
else
same
had,
thing.
like, a much more epic entrance than Coda did.
Yeah, Coda just kind of
Coda and
appeared, and it
Issue,
was
actually. That's a point against Issue, not Issue. Coda and
Eco.
Eco. Which Eco gets his points back later.
Eco
But
definitely got his points back later.
Coda and Eco have kind of a lame entrance as compared to Yosuke, who's the first one who enters, and he has kind of an epic entrance. And
Yeah,
then like kind of
Nanami
Yosuke's getting his ass kicked, and then Coda
just
and
appear in a
Eco show
stairwell,
up and just show up. Coda and
and they just appear in a stairwell and start shooting people.
Yeah,
It's
Coda
just
and
kind
Eco
of
just like show up.
anticlimactic.
They're just like, "What's up, guys? We're here now." So that's
Um,
not as good, but they did
um,
the non-enemy entrance,
they
and
did the
the issue
Nanami.
entrance too was rad because he like jumps
They,
up on him, right?
no, he falls from a fucking tree,
He falls from a tree and just fucking gets him. It was pretty
and
sick.
he's wearing specifically Tekokagi claws, which got me so fucking hard as a history nerd.
You see, I don't remember him having these, but they do not treat it like it's a new thing. So maybe I just don't remember.
Okay, so as to why they don't treat it as a new thing, this is common practice. Well, first off, it was a reference to the fact that that's the same thing that Jiraiya killed his father with. That's the same
Damn.
fucking weapons. But secondly, that was a common shinobi tool used for climbing trees.
Oh.
So anyone who knows their shit with ninja history like I do kind of inferred why he had them with him. Because he fell from a tree. That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay, continuing from him falling from a tree, we get to the second best Asuka thing in the movie. And I hate saying that because it might be my favorite thing, but it's clearly only the second best thing that he does.
I think that Asuka, which I believe is Abare Black, am I correct?
Yes, you are correct.
I like
I
the
should
pairing
probably
of
say black the next
I,
time that I'm talking about him.
I like the pairing. I think I get it now. I think I'm good. I like the pairing of Asuka with the Go Riders. I think that was
I
a
do
correct
too, like
choice.
a lot. Now when it came
Like, I guess
to
it makes a lot of sense because, like, I don't know if
the fourth
Abaranger,
Ranger,
has this as much as Dino Thunder does. I think this might be America pilled, but like the three Hurricanegers and the three primary color Abarangers are both like a trio,
yeah,
and the extra tact at the end for Abaranger is just the Black Ranger, and the extra tact on the end for Hurricaneger, besides the one that dies, is the Go Riders.
Go Rogers, yeah, that happens in Abaranger. Um, it is very much the trio and then Asuka, but Makoto's there and exists.
Makoto's the daughter, right?
No, Makoto is the white guy, the guy that we don't
Oh,
like.
it's Pretty Boy. Fucking
It's
Pretty Boy.
I'm
Are you
I'm
ready for
I'm
a
not
hot
sure if this
take,
counts as a
folks?
slur or not.
No,
Hey
don't say
Riley,
it. Don't say it. Don't say
I'm
it.
not.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Does it count as a slur though? That's my question. You know what I want to say.
Yes, it does count. It 100%
Damn
counts.
it!
That word is we're
Damn
not allowed
it!
to say it ever. That's lock
Damn
and
it!
key. But
Damn it!
you guys probably know what word we're talking about. But
Yeah, he
we're not
looks
gonna
like
say it.
one, and I am one, so I can say that.
Yeah, you have the pass technically, but I can't air it, so I'd rather you not say it, so I don't have to go
Yeah,
back and touch it.
I know. I'm not gonna
Uh,
say it, but like everybody knows what I'm talking about. Well, I
but
can say
like
this. He looks gay
he's
as shit.
he looks very gay, is what you want to say.
Yeah, I can't
But
say that.
I just think like I'm not gonna make any assumptions about his sexuality because I'm not about that
No,
life.
it's never confirmed or denied that
I
he
ain't got the
is.
gaydar, you know.
But
But
dude,
he's definitely a pretentious pretty boy.
yes, entirely. And God, I've never really liked him, to say the least.
I think I'm making enemies on like Ranger board. Like I can hear the angry keyboards because I know
I can't
Abare
too,
Killer is very
honestly, because
popular.
Alvarez Killer, I can tell that at least one person in our friend group is going to absolutely yell at me for talking shit
Jack is
about him.
not gonna listen to this whole thing. Like he's already gone. He's gonna start listening. He was gone about 20 minutes ago.
No, he was gone about 30 minutes ago. To be honest,
More likely, yes.
yeah. I've got to back up just a little bit
You back up a little bit. Yeah.
from
Okay.
well, so we didn't actually talk about what Asuka did that is so fucking good. I don't think
Yes, there was
so.
it was unmorphed. There was no Power Ranger involved. By the way, I
No,
know.
because their morphing had been cut off by the guy.
Yeah, the guy had a morphing cut off. By the way, I just want to say, any pretentious like fans listening, I know there are a lot of people who will like kill you in real life if you call Super Sentai Power Rangers. I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry.
I
They're
am
power.
too, honestly.
Those suits are Power
There's
Rangers to me.
it's spandex. Who
I
gives a
know
fuck?
they're different. I know I understand the fundamental differences, and I appreciate Sentai for what it is uniquely. But those suits, to me, I just refer to them as Power Rangers. And
Yeah,
anytime those
and
suits are used, they're morphing into Power Rangers, like regardless
yep,
of if it's Sentai or
exactly.
not.
Anyway, so Asuka, Ishu, and Iko are fighting this guy. Like he's a copy of the main bad guy for the movie. But they're all unmorphed because their morphing had been blocked while they tried to. And so Iko and Ishu have their swords on their back. And this is the sickest motherfucking thing in all of Super Sentai. So they just give Asuka their swords and then just stand there, staring the guy dead in the face as Asuka just jumps, double hops off their fucking shoulder, and does a double slice with the two katanas that he has just been given. Just fucking sick. That is the most Power Rangers bullshit. This
It
is
was
why I
so
love this
raw.
show.
It was
This is
so
why I love
sick.
this show.
I really hope you go and binge Hurricaneger as soon as
I'm going
possible.
to now. Like, you've made me want
Can
to.
we instead of doing instead of doing a new movie next time?
We're just
Can
gonna
we
do
just
the
get
entirety of
Can we get you to
Hurricaneger.
just like binge Hurricaneger really fast and do all of Hurricaneger?
We're just gonna do
Because
all of
technically
Hurricaneger
that is
now.
one season of TV, and we do TV seasons on this podcast, so we can just do Ninpu Sentai Hurricaneger as an episode.
Now, I will have to tell you this. I might skip over the episode where Shurikinger dies, strictly because I don't want to cry.
No, you need to cry. Those tears are required.
Why?
That is a part of your Hurricaneger journey, my friend.
My guy. But then I also have to see, okay, I have not necessarily been putting off Hurricaneger like I'd been thinking I had. Because initially my first thought on Hurricaneger was I want to save this for watching it like right before 20 years later comes out, so that way I can go Hurricaneger's 10 years later, and then because I've seen Hurricaneger's 10 years later. I like Hurricaneger's 10 years later.
God, that
It
movie
just
was so sick.
it didn't click for me as much as Abaranger did.
No. Like literally, 10 years later was great. It was definitely great for me as somebody who appreciates those characters a lot and just got to like feel the emotions of seeing them older and seeing their paths kind of like break a little bit. Like seeing Yosuke in the state that he was in, like it's perfect for his character because he's like, we are responsible for creating this child, so I feel obligated to protect it. So when they kidnapped him and said that I had to go do these terrorisms, I went and did those terrorisms because I will protect this child. And that
Yes,
is
very much so.
extremely Yosuke, but also it makes him lose his way and go to the dark side, and his friends have to pull him out. And it's a very inspiring story.
Also,
Now,
on a weird note, I think I know who Shurikinger in this movie is.
it's Cam.
No, it's the baby.
It's the infant version of the 10 years later kid.
Yeah,
He's a little baby. But
actually, I'm not even kidding. It's just so
so
we
that's
know that they
no,
have.
real quick. Let me just finish this thought before I forget. So 10 years later, in terms of like character and story, I think if I think about it from an objective like TV show and TV show alone sense, it's very good. But part of why I like Hurricanes, or not Hurricanes, part of why I like Power Rangers and Super Sentai in general, part of why I like Toku is like the way they combine these like amazing character moments with these crazy tokusatsu fights. And Abaranger versus Hurricaneger delivered on that in spades.
Yeah, definitely. Um,
I
Riley
was underwhelmed
had
by the fights in 10 Years Later, which was fine because I loved the story. But this one delivered on both.
Riley tried or suggested that we skip over the Megazord fight at the end, and
I was not serious about that. That was a
I
joke.
know, but the way you said it had me thrown off, and I wanted to reach through the screen and slap you so hard for saying that.
I have been known to say that Megazord fights are my least favorite part of Power Rangers.
So,
And
that's why it caught me
but by
off
the
guard,
way,
and I'm like,
guys, hey, guess what?
no.
Hey, guess what? I still love Megazord fights because I love everything about Power Rangers. The thing about Megazord fights is they're just kind of predictable. And
Yeah, but this
they don't
one
feel as
wasn't.
personal as the like on the ground fights. Which I still feel that way. No matter how good a Megazord fight is, I'm always gonna prefer a Ranger fight. Or I think unmorphed fights are my kryptonite. I've never made that a secret. Like I think my favorite Power Rangers fights are unmorphed fights, to be honest.
Hey
Um,
Riley, hey Riley,
yeah.
you want to know what this? You want to know what this special
This
had?
movie had that one unmorphed fight where the swords happened, and that
No,
might be
no,
one of
no,
my.
no, 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 no. It gave you the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
It gave you the Abarangers using the Megazord, while the Hurricanegers were unmorphed and fighting.
Yes, that was sick.
You gotta admit that was probably that's part of why I give Shurikenger so much props in this movie specifically, because that is right before that happens. And then, oh god, the best Yosuke thing, period, and also the gayest line. God.
All
Okay.
right. I'm
So
intrigued. Tell me more.
this is when this was right as I like freaked out about the 4 words he said. Okay.
Yes.
So Yosuke earlier in the movie had a conversation with Ryoga about the Dino Guts versus I think it was the Shinobi Air aspect.
The
That's what it's
legendary heir.
yeah, Legendary Air, whatever it was.
Yeah,
But
because they're the
so the
Hurricanegers
Dino Gut,
are like a bloodline. They're the legendary heirs.
yeah. I don't have the Hurricaneger aspect of this to like as much as Riley probably would have had they have done it that route.
I guess it's like the phrasing thing isn't as important to me. I know a lot of like catchphrases in Sentai like ring true. Like I'm almost 100% sure that Gal Rangers is the super never give up thing is definitely recurring, and that
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
slapped in the Hurricane versus
Yeah,
Gal Ranger movie. Um,
but
the legendary air
so
thing
this
doesn't hit as hard, but like it's just if you look at the context behind it, it's like he's a Hurricaneger. He has to do good, and that's enough for me.
okay, but the Dino Guts thing. This is what gets me 100 fucking percent on this. Okay? So Yosuke, ow, ow, and just bit my tongue.
That was just, you should do that. It's bad when
I
you do
don't
that.
know how I did that. But so Yosuke and his crew have just been knocked out of their Megazord, and the Abaranger Megazord or Abareno is just about or is about to be just completely knocked out of the fight because they're in a losing battle with this ninja guy who looks sick. My initial reaction was this guy looks stupid, but then I started looking at it more and I fucking love him. Then we get Shurikenju shows up, and then Yosuke goes, "We need to give them our Dino Guts." Something I was 100% sure that they were just going to blow off.
Oh, I think I
And
missed this
Yosuke,
part. So the ninjas give
so
the
that's what
Abarangers
they're
their
charging up.
dino guts.
That's what they're charging up. That's what that hand thing was.
But
Remember?
wouldn't only a resident of other Earth have a
No,
dino
no.
gut?
Okay, so as part of the lore of Abaranger, and you can see this in the movie somewhat too, everyone on Earth has some variation of Dino Guts. It
Even
is
because there's like Dino Earth, right? So there's also regular Earth. Regular Earth people also have dino guts.
Yes, it is basically a
Okay.
measurement of courage. It
I
is this
see.
universe's variation of I'm gonna say the Dino Gems. Don't remember if that's what they were actually called in Dino Thunder, but it
Yeah,
is a
the
much
Dino
more
Gems are the things they use. Yeah.
yeah, it is a much more abstract idea, and it makes me love Abarangers so much more than Dino Thunder. No offense, I love Dino Thunder, I really do, but I like Abarangers so much more
You see, I hear great things about
because
I hear great things about Abaranger, all the things you said, and I also hear that it is contextually similar to the Super Mario Brothers movie, and I love that about it. If
it
that's true.
honestly is. Yeah, it is. But as for I am a sucker for uh dinosaurs in general for the most part. But then
I mean, like,
Abaranger got
why do you
me
think I like
with
those Mighty Morphin suits so much, and the Dino Charge suits for that matter? I don't think I say that a lot, but the Dino Charge suits definitely rank near the top for me. Those things are
yeah,
fucking
but
rad.
my thing is when it comes to dinosaurs, I don't like connecting them to crystals at all. I've never been a big fan of that idea. But then going into Abaranger specifically, and we get an abstract concept that just makes it so interesting to follow. And then it can connect literally every single person on Earth via this same like aspect. And the movie plays on it incredibly well. You might not have caught it as much as I did,
I just didn't catch
but
them saying the Dino Guts. I know they like gave them their power, but I didn't catch them saying
no,
Dino.
they he specifically says we need to give them our dino guts. And then by doing this and like shooting their energy, another thing, their dino guts are their fucking symbols, by the way. It's fucking sick. Not sure if you caught that, but
No, but that's
they're
cool.
yeah. So they shoot the dino guts at him, and then the dino guts go into the guy and then just ricochet back at the Abaranger Megazord as an attack, and it's fucking sick.
It's pretty rad. It's pretty fucking sick.
And then to top it off, okay,
Yeah.
aside from the Obero part, okay, they have the aspect of Aberin O with the chest like head from the T-Rex spitting out the I think they're called Kakure Kiri balls, right?
Yeah.
The Kakure Kiri ball that has the golden serpent sword or
Oh,
whatever it's
I
called.
kind of just I did that thing where I kind of just said yes without actually listening to your question that you asked. So to actually address that, I believe it is pronounced Karakuri Ball. However, the subbed version I did watch did translate the word Karakuri into mechanical. So I know them as the mechanical balls.
I'm sticking with Kakure Kiri because that's how they're spelled.
Well, it's Karakiri, not Kakarakiri. It's Karakiri.
Anyway, it's weird. But then you have the Megazord spitting that out, and it has like an Abaranger variation of the Hurricaneger Megazord, you know, grabbing the weapon from the Megazord.
It
And
was
it's
pretty
just,
fucking sick.
dude, I am so mad they cut this from the fucking Dino Thunder movie.
I don't know if they used like any footage from this, did they?
No, they did not.
Because they didn't buy the movie rights for Super Sentai usually.
No, I initially thought that they did when the movie
They
first
used the
opened.
villain suits in there, but I
No,
don't think they used the
no,
footage.
they did not actually. They used the
Wasn't
Abaranger. No, they used the Abaranger main villain suits.
Oh, I thought they were the crossover villains.
No, they were not.
Thor was
They
just like, "Yo,
didn't.
I found these guys. They're pretty cool."
Yeah, those were the main Abaranger villains, or two of them. The main one, which is Mesogog's counterpart, was the little girl with a star on her forehead.
Yeah.
That is Mesogog's counterpart. And
Oh
then
yeah,
you
there is
have
a little girl in Abaranger. I remember that from the Lost and Found in Translation.
there's
That Thunder episode.
yeah, Lost and Found in Translation picked like the worst episode. Not gonna lie,
It was a pretty bad episode, if I had to say so myself.
but some something else I feel that they missed out on specifically in this movie. Ryoga's kid, or it's probably most of y'all probably know him as his little sister, but I don't think it's his little sister. I think it's actually his kid. Because I've seen multiple translations.
Yes, her,
of
because she's the little girl, right? The one that just like hangs out with them.
Yeah, or
Okay.
no, not the girl that looks like Fran. She's
Oh,
like a little.
not her. Okay,
She's like a little 6-year-old.
so she's not in it. The little 6-year-old.
She's not in this movie at all, and it kind of bothers me. And I'm like, it's a
I
missed opportunity.
wanted Coda to interact with this child because
So did
that's
I, honestly, because you
he's
told
a
me
kid
about
whisperer.
Coda being so good with kids, and I was like so ready to have an interaction with them, and they just didn't do it. It's kind of why Coda's at the bottom of my list at the moment.
That's fair.
I'm mad that they did not give us this. And this is something that I get into a lot when we watch movies together, is they're not long enough to give me everything I want in them.
You know, token movies are pretty like traditionally short. Like the Power Rangers ones get a pass because like American like movie like minimum box office time rules.
Yeah, but then there
but
is
the
also
Sentai movies are sometimes like 25 minutes long.
they're like the
So
length of an episode. Well, some of them are just episodes of the Sentai, but
I was glad this
packaged
one
as a
was 40
movie.
minutes because I'm pretty sure no, it was the Hurricaneger like regular style movie that was really short. The Gal Ranger
No, I
one
was talking
think
about
was
the Die
around this
Ranger movie.
long. The Die Ranger movie is literally just an episode.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I haven't seen all of Die Ranger, but I've seen enough of Die Ranger to chronologically get to the movie, and I have watched the movie.
And the movie is just an episode of
It's
Die
just an
Ranger.
episode of Die Ranger.
I'm running out of good things to say, honestly. I think I need to go back and look at these notes.
So I want to talk about kind of just like the character interactions as much as we can, as much as we can remember them, because I don't know if we've gotten that in depth. So first of all, there's obviously the gay couple.
Okay,
Yosuke and Ryuga.
I have a couple of notes that I need to talk about
Well,
when you get done.
Put those in your
When you get
pocket,
done.
So Yosuke and Ryuga they kind of like have a little rivalry. They have a little budding rivalry because obviously, because Yosuke has a crush on Ryuga, he's mean to him.
No, Ryoga has a crush on
Ryuga has a
Yosuke.
crush on Yosuke. He's mean to him. So they're mean to each other, but actually they're in love.
Exactly.
But the gay subtext aside, it's just like Yosuke and Ryuga are arguing. They're both hot headed. They both like Yosuke's like, this is our fight. This is a ninja thing, and Ryuga's like, no, I'm not just gonna sit back. Fuck you. Get away from me. You guys should sit back. You let them steal your Megazord. We're cool and shit. And then they
Honestly,
split up.
okay.
Then they split up because there's attacks in like 3 different places, so they have to do like a split up. And this is before. By the way, this is before Nanami and Isshu enter. They show up late. So we get the Yosuke and Ryuga split off first. We get the Red Rangers together. They get their morphs disabled because of the guy and his morph disable powers. And they have this like big fight where they team up and they fight him even though they're unmorphed. And that might be one of my favorite fight sequences in the movie. I had you write down the phrase Red Ranger fight just so I would remember to talk about it. It was very
on
good.
The topic of the Red Ranger fight, bro, fucking love Hurricaneger.
It's so good.
I love the Morpher specifically so much more now because
I love the Morpher and Hurricaneger. I've said my favorite Power Rangers Morpher is the Wind Morpher.
Let me finish because this does not translate to Ninja Storm, and I know it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
It does translate to this movie though. So during that fight, you know what I'm about to bring up.
I don't, but please bring it up.
So, the two of them end up doing what is effectively a finisher move in like terms of design and like choreography, basically.
Yeah, they do like a big finisher move, but they're unmorphed. It's so cool.
But I'm not done. But it's like, Yosuke has his arm over Ryuga's shoulder, and it's just his morpher, and his fingers are out like a gun, and then Ryuga's just got his like 2 fingers on the morpher, and he just goes flip, 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 and throws 3 fucking shuriken at the guy, and that is the finisher. And it's like, that's so anticlimactic, but so fucking funny.
I mean, they certainly use the gyro shuriken all the time, but I don't know about that exact same way for sure.
No, like you gotta admit, they styled that like it was a finisher, though.
They did, and it was weird because that's definitely just like a thing they do all the time in Hurricaneger. Like it's just
Yeah,
like
but then
it's one of their default attacks. Just like sometimes they'll just be standing around in the fight, they won't know what to do, so they'll just be like gyro shuriken.
yeah, but then you just have Yosuke being such a considerate boyfriend and going Yosuke, or not Yosuke. You have Yosuke being such a considerate boyfriend, just being like Ryuga, flip, flip, flip. And Ryuga does it, and it's just so good.
Yeah, they were very good. And then what were the other groups? What were the other pair offs?
Okay, so I'm gonna skip over the big pair up group because the big pair up group has the most to talk about. Honestly,
so we're gonna circle back to them though, right?
yeah, we're gonna circle back to them. Yeah, we're gonna circle back to them. This goes. Wait, never mind. We've already talked about the other group, so we do have to talk about them next. I was gonna say, wait, what did I miss? And then
Wait,
I was
what
like,
other
wait, no,
group
I
did we
didn't miss
talk about?
anything. We talked about Asuka and the Go Rangers already.
Well, we didn't.
And I forgot we did.
I was trying to talk like character relation wise, so I'm trying to think of any other points I can make about those three. I guess I just like the. I guess I like the clash between like Iko and Ishu, who they started. The thing about Iko and Ishu is they're.
Oh wait, no, wait. I have what I was actually supposed to say. I wasn't supposed
Remember
to
how we
skip
talked
that
about
part yet.
sentences and the end of them?
I know, and then my brain lagged. My brain lagged and started thinking about the fact that I'm in Spain without the S.
Yeah, I know your stupid meme.
I was gonna talk about Yosuke and Nanima. Wait, is that right?
Nanami.
Nanami, yeah, in Spain, and how you got so
That
fucking
wasn't
excited.
Yosuke. That was Ishu.
Not Yosuke,
Thank
Ishu,
you.
but you got so fucking excited.
I did. I couldn't even tell the guy was Ishu at first. That's why I was so quizzical. You kept telling me to pause it because you were confused, and I was like,
Well,
"No, shut the
what?
fuck up!" Because I was trying to figure out if it was Ishu, and then I did, and it was like, yeah, I guess they made it real. Because that was like a thing. There was a plot of a Hurricaneger episode where there's like a love spell or like a love potion or something. And the conflict of the episode is that Shurikenger and Ishu fall in love with Nanami because of this potion. And then Shurikenger and Ishu fight over Nanami the whole episode.
Yeah.
And then like the power of love conquers all, and like Shurikenger gives Ishu his weapon and is like, "You have won," and then Ishu does the kill or whatever. And at the end, he like has a moment where like he's in love with Anami, and then he's like, "Wait a minute, the spell's broken. Why do I feel like this?"
I just wanted to talk about how the fact that I completely thought this man was going to pull out a ring and try and propose to her,
Oh
but
my
instead he pulls
god,
out
I
2
would have
fucking tickets to
melted.
something. Instead, he pulls out 2 tickets to go see like a bull or something, and I was like really confused.
I would have melted, dude. Oh man. Is that ship implied in 10 years later? I don't think it is,
I
unfortunately.
don't know. I will go back and check later.
I never really paid attention. It didn't catch me if they even referenced it. But like, as far as I can tell, the story of Iko and Issue in 10 years later, which maybe we'll watch it someday, but I'm going to talk about it anyway,
Yeah.
is that Iko has joined a boy band, which I believe is with, and this is an amazing reference if this is true. I believe it is. He has formed a boy band with all of the like a bunch of the people who Shurikenger disguised himself as before.
Yeah.
And they formed a ninja boy band.
Yep.
And then Ishu shows up and he's just like, "This is stupid, you're stupid." But then throughout the movie, he's like, maybe I'm gonna join your boy band actually. And it's great.
On an off-topic note, I have a question.
What's up?
Can you explain the rat?
The hamster. Thank you very much.
No, that was not a hamster.
That was a
fucking
hamster.
rat.
That was a hamster. The hamster is the sensei. He's the mentor of the season. Remember how in Ninja
That's
Storm?
why we got So that's why we got such a bad CGI hamster or
Yeah,
gerbil
so
in Ninja
but the thing
Storm.
is, Ninja Storm, because Power Rangers is stupid, and they didn't just use the Sentai they probably couldn't have used. That would have been too hard to make happen. But the
Using a
Sentai
rat
footage
would be too
the
hard.
Sentai footage is a combination of most of the time they just use a real ass hamster. Sometimes there's like weird close up shots where you have to talk and they use a puppet. But most of the time he's a normal hamster.
But why? I'm so lost on this
So
character.
he's
My
their
note for
sensei, and then
this.
he does like a shapeshift to become animals, but then he gets blasted by an evil, so he can't unshapeshift from hamster mode.
Oh, okay. So you want me to read out what my note for this was?
What?
It's a rat.
Yeah, so it
That is
was
the
a
entire.
hamster. He's
That is
stuck in
the
that form of all of
entire note.
Hurricaneger. In this movie, he's very much not stuck in this form. He has free reign, but he decided to make his entrance as a hamster because I guess he just kind of likes being a hamster now.
Also, I have another question. You
Yeah,
made this comment early in the movie, and I was really confused. Which one of them is your wife?
I never said any of them were my wife. Maybe I
No,
said
you
one of
said
them
one
was
of the
my
villains was your
wife.
wife. You said
Oh
one of the
yeah,
villains
when
was your
D
wife.
knew, just because she's like hot. That was I was just being a simp.
I don't know who that is. Red or blue?
The two girl villains.
Red or blue?
Well, one of them was like red and one of them was pink.
I'm fucking colorblind, dude.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate for you then. The hot one.
They're
There was the
both
one.
hot.
One of them had like braces, and she looked like a fucking weirdo. The other one was
I
hot.
did not see braces in either of their mouth. I have no
No,
clue what.
no, no. I
Okay,
think it was they got exploded and there was black on her teeth. She did not have braces, but
that was at the end of the movie when they both had that.
oh, you know the one with the bee hat? Not that one.
Okay, okay. So the other one, the one
Yeah,
that is actually kind of mid when it came to Ninja Storm,
yeah. So not the
the
good one.
one not played by
In Ninja
Cassidy.
Storm, the good one was Mara, but in Hurricaneger, the good one is Wendinu, who is the equivalent to
So
Capri.
you could have just said the one that's played by Cassidy in Ninja Storm.
But that's not the one.
Yeah, or not the one played by Cassidy in Ninja Storm. I don't know who you were talking about.
Of course, of course. Yeah, I should have
Um,
gone that way.
Also, on another note, Johnny Curry. That is the entire note. I have so many explanation points. I love it.
What was that? What
I
was
love
that
Oboro.
thing?
That is Oboro. That is when Oboro comes in and it's just like Kyoryu Curry.
Oh yeah, she wants to order the curry. Yeah, I love Oboro. She's
I
so
love
good.
Oboro. She's so fucking
It
good.
makes me so mad. As somebody who watched Hurricaneger and then watched Ninja Storm, I just couldn't help but be salty because Oboro Cam was definitely written to be Oboro, and then they decided that they didn't like the Shurikenger gimmick, so they made Cam the Green Samurai Ranger. So now I just imagine the world in which Oboro gets to be Shurikenger, and I want to live in that world.
20 years later, man.
I hope so.
On another note, can we talk about how you confused Ishu for Yukito?
I did. I did see Yukito, and I was like, "Ishu, what have you done with your hair?" But it was in fact a different dude. I like Yukito. He's
um,
got the swagger. Even in Lost and Found in Translation, Yukito kind of sold me. Like I think not to spoil 5 years down the line of Megazord Radio, but I think in Lost and Found in Translation, Yukito is probably getting my favorite character nod.
what?
I really liked him in that episode, and I really liked him in this movie too. He's just kind of he hits my notes for like cool character, just like he's like a Sasuke, you know. He's kind of brooding a little bit.
Yeah,
He's that kind of guy. I like him.
yeah. Um,
He's got the
on
cool.
uh, this is just me gushing about the beginning of the movie because the beginning of the movie was such fan service.
Remind me the very Oh yes, it's like they're
No, no,
doing
no.
the
I'm talking about the
Megazord
bit
fight.
between the fight and the Dino Curry. Like that entire like section from the Dino Curry onward until like they split up into that next fight is like fan service. That is that entire like center or scene because
And
you got the
I'm
rat,
so glad.
you got Oboro, you've got the Dino Curry, you've got the old man, you've got the girl who's who is Abare Pink, by the way, not
Of course.
that is Abare Pink. Then you've just got so much good going on there. It's just so good. On a slight tangent from the villain,
Uh,
because we need to bring this up. The villain's name is dumb. Bro,
yeah.
I used one of the pauses that we had for the movie just to talk about how dumb this name is. He is literally just named after the Iga province in Japan, but spelled differently. Instead of being IGA like Iga, like the Iga clan, it is E. Wait, how is it spelled? I wrote this down. It is EAGA, and it's just spelled Iga, and it's so dumb. Just oh so dumb.
So here's a weird nitpick I have. This is just like this literally does not detract from the movie at all, but just like I feel like I gotta complain about something, you know.
My complaint was the name of the guy. That's the only complaint that I have.
My one complaint is just like this isn't a complaint as much as like it just feels weird that like nothing that's happening is really connected to like the deeper inner lore of Hurricaneger.
Yeah,
Because
but
Furabijo and Wendinu are there, but they're not. The rest of the Jakanja are gone, and they're not really important. They're just kind of there. And
and it
the
doesn't.
main villain is a ninja, but he's not. He's not stated to have any connection with like the Jakanja. He's just
Well,
like an
actually, he
evil
is.
ninja.
This was a blink and you'll miss it bit, but he is specifically stated to have space ninja magic. It's kind
Well,
of like
he's
Shuriken.
he is a space ninja, but he is not part of the Jakanja clan.
But no, what I'm saying is he has connections to Shurikenger
Maybe, but
specifically, like because of how they worded it. I know
perhaps.
that
But
much about
I think
Shurikenger.
it's literally just. I don't think space ninja means the same thing because like all the other ones are space ninjas too. It's just like if you are a ninja and you're not from Earth, you're a space ninja.
Oh, well then never mind.
So it's just
But
like he's just like a space ninja. It just feels weird. He has no connection with the Jakanja. Furabiju and Wendinu aren't even important. Like the Hurricaneger lore almost barely factors.
and same thing for the Abaranger lore. There was
No,
not much
nothing comes
there.
up about like that, which is the plot point in Hurricaneger, where like it's just like the idea of evil is like a weird like cloud or something. I don't. It's cooler than it sounds. It's just hard to explain. And they just refer to it as that the whole time. That in quotations, like
Yeah,
the
and
villain is just after that. And I was surprised there was no mention of that. There was just not a lot of Hurricaneger lore.
there wasn't that much Abaranger lore either, really. Like we get more quote unquote lore
This is the most like
from
nerd emoji complaint I've ever levied against anything. I deserve all the nerd emojis you send me. I get so angry when Jason sends me nerd emojis when I just try to like talk to him about nerd shit. But I deserve nerd emojis for what I just said.
oh, so do I, but like you're not wrong. It does not connect to either lore. That's the thing. It's kind of just
It doesn't
there.
have to though. Like it tells an
Yeah,
exciting and good story
it's
without
a good
that.
story by itself, but it doesn't connect to any of the lore. There's nothing really to honestly. When I first opened when we first started watching this, I thought Makoto was dead. I wish he was. He did nothing for this movie. I'm just gonna
I
say
guess
that now.
it's weird. I kind of expected him to be dead too because I know he does die. But this is an Abaranger movie that takes place during Abaranger, so I don't know why I didn't think he'd be
No,
alive.
I didn't know when it took place. I thought it took place like right after Abaranger
I
ended.
thought it might have been pre Abaray Killer even, so that's why I wasn't
Well,
expecting.
yeah, that would have also been good, but no. We get Abare Killer, and he's just like the worst
It's
character
so
in this
weird that
movie.
Abaray Killer, and I'm told, is a villain. He's like a villain, but sometimes he changes face. But like he's mostly just a villain until he dies.
Yeah, he pretty much
Um,
is.
which feels weird because as a viewer of Power Rangers Dino Thunder, I see the White
We know he's
Ranger
not.
as he was evil for a while and then he was good. And Trent, the good White Ranger, is like a Power Ranger that has left impression in my mind. So like at the end where they all have their hands in and you like see all their morphers, it feels weird to not have the white morpher there when I look at those morphers and I start thinking about Ninja Storm and Dino Thunder.
Hey, Riley. Dumb idea for the not. It's not called a screen cap.
For the
What's it
what?
called when you go to click on something, but it's not? But it's like the icon to click on it.
What the fuck are you talking
Like
about
when you
right
go to click
now?
on a video, the thumbnail. That's what it is. It's thumbnail.
Yes, 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 yes.
I have an idea for the thumbnail. I'll send it to you after.
Crow Royalty, I do not put much effort into these thumbnails. I'm sorry. Here's what the
Oh, I
thumbnail is
know, but
going to be.
I was gonna give you one of the best thumbnails
The
ever.
thumbnail is going to be a picture from the movie where at least 2 Power Rangers are present, and your profile picture and my little cartoon face on top of the
Hey
Power
Riley,
Rangers
I have one
helmets.
where I have one where 9 are present.
Well, I only need 2, but I guess I could just put our heads on 2 and leave the last alone.
Oh, I was gonna do that.
You get the shot where is there like a good like shot of like a front facing Ryuga and Yosuke as Yosuke rides him into
I
battle?
Yes, actually, hold on. I made sure to get that. Hold on. I need to edit it down slightly, but yes.
It might not quite be thumbnail size will be the issue. Let's see. Yeah,
No,
that's
I have to edit it down
work.
slightly. But that is our thumbnail.
It has that little iPad white bar, which I cannot have in my thumbnail, and
I
it
know,
does.
but give me a second. It's not hard to edit out.
But it's also not going to be the right size. But I'll see what I can do.
Like, what size do you need it to be?
I need it to be like 16 by 9, which the show wasn't, so that's impossible. But I'll figure it out.
But here, I fixed the problem.
That might work. I might be able to swing that.
I fixed the problem. Wait, hold up. I just realized, are you using my Twitter profile or using my Discord one? 'Cause don't use my Discord one.
What are you talking about?
You said profile pictures.
I need you to just send me one. I don't know. I don't care
Okay.
what it is. Just send me
Okay,
one.
I'm gonna send you my Twitter one.
Okay.
Oh wait, I forgot to change my Twitter one from the dot. Shit, none of my profile pictures are good. I'm gonna just give you a
Anyway,
random image.
we did not talk about the big group. We never got to them.
Okay, so that would be uh Nanami, Koda, Yukito, and Itsuki?
Well, it starts as just 3 of them, but then Nanami gets
Yeah, it
in
is Itsuki.
there, baby.
Okay,
Hey,
so it starts as uh Itsuki,
Koda and Yukito.
Yukito. Yeah, I blanked on Yukito's name. I was trying to say his next. I had Koda's in mind. I was just trying to end on what I could say, right? So it starts on them, and then they get ambushed by the big bad, and god damn, I skipped a bit. Hold on, back up just a second because I skipped a bit that I wanted to talk about. So the 3 of them are together, and then you get Yukito and Itsuki fighting each other. Basically, they're just arguing because Itsuki was being a dick, as Itsuki does, because that's what Itsuki does. He's just a dick.
I thought they were
He's
kind
like
of arguing because they don't want the Hurricanegers there, or that Yukito does not.
Yukito doesn't because Yukito's a dick. That's kind of the
Like
point.
the girl is mad. The Yukito does not want Koda there.
Yeah, and it's just kind of weird. And it's like we're not gonna leave him out to dry. And I agree with Itsuki, but then they get ambushed while they're arguing and bickering. Uh, I don't remember them actually ever getting the morph canceling bit. put on them, but
They must have.
so
'Cause they did not morph, so I
yeah, they
assume they
must
did.
have. But so Itsuki ends up getting almost fucking killed in like the best way possible, and I was prepared to cry as Itsuki died, but
Oh yeah, because they were gonna kill Itsuki in Abaranger versus Hurricaneger, a movie that takes place in the middle of Abaranger currently in progress.
would it be the first time they've killed a ranger in the middle of the season?
Be the first time since fucking Battle Fever J.
No, it'd be the first time since Ranger.
Oh,
I think you
okay.
forget that happens in Ranger.
I did not know that happens in Bakuryuu.
They kill off the entire team in Ranger except for 2 people.
But they all come back, right? They
Yeah, they
revive.
all come back. I wasn't saying I expected her to stay dead, but I was expecting her to die.
The most I'm pretty sure the only Sentai where Rangers die all the way in the middle of the season is Battle Fever J.
Yeah, probably. No, wait, hold up. No, Go Ranger.
And Go Ranger, but that's like that Power Ranger was only a Power Ranger for one episode.
Yeah,
This one
but
was like he was Battle Kozak the whole time, and then he got shot to death.
yeah, and then we get Battle Cosnack and
Battle Kozak 2, Electric Boogaloo.
now you got me wanting to talk about the Tommy Oliver of Super Sentai again, you motherfucker.
Yeah, no, let's get off him. Let's get off Denzi Blue for a
It's
second.
not just Didsy Blue. He's also Battle Kenya and Space Sheriff Gavin and Jediah and however many characters he was a suit actor for. This man is fucking
He's
perfect.
gushing. He's get Chrono up. He's gushing.
I am a dork, and like I definitely don't have a favorite Super Sentai actor at the moment. Definitely not.
But like, yeah, there's the big group. Nanami makes the save. I think we can start kind of like rapping. I
Yeah,
will
we probably
say
need to because we are getting into this for like.
that's fine. We can go as long as we need to, but like I think we're getting to where we can be done. I just have a couple more things to say.
Yeah, I'm running
So
out of things. That's the bigger problem.
the big beyond the Megazord stuff, which we did talk about some of, and I think we've really said all to be said. It was a Megazord fight. They did a cool new combo. That was good. But there was another good thing. Oh, the final fight in terms of like the Rangers. All of that shit was perfect. Like the villains all gather. It's all the Abaranger people and the evil ninja from space, and for Abijo and Wendinu. And then all the Power Rangers gather, they morph, and they kind of like split off into their own little groups, and they all do cool shit. And it's such a great sequence. Like I'm just so invested the whole time. Like Nanami and Abayello, whose name I'll never remember. Itsuki team up, and Yosuke and Ryuga again.
Yukito. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Wait. No, you said Yosuke. Sorry, my brain heard that as Asuka.
No.
Okay, so it went Nanami and Itsuki. It went Koda, Asuka, and Yukito, right?
Yes.
That's Aubrey Blue's name.
Yes.
And then it went Iko and Ishu, and then Yosuke and Ryuga.
Oh, that's true. Iko and Ishu did not have any allies from another Ranger team. Instead, they fought Abare Killer, and it was
they
great.
did the coolest shit. And I'm sorry, but Abare Killer, you had your ass handed to
Abare
you.
Killer got fucking whooped by the Go Riders. Get fucked, Abare Killer.
Yeah. I'm gonna text that to Jack now. Just
Get
because.
absolutely destroyed, Abare Killer.
I'm just gonna put this in.
But you know, the movie ends. The Hurricanegers leave. It's very emotional. And overall, very good movie. I'm a big fan.
Get fucked,
Now
Aubrey.
let me get fucked, Abare Killer. Let me scroll.
We're gonna end this podcast with that.
I'm gonna scroll real quick through your notes just to make sure I didn't miss anything important. Um,
Oh wait, I forgot to talk about the fucking grappling hooks.
wait, when do they have grappling hooks?
Okay, so back right after Nanami shows up, um, Koda and the Abarangers and Nanami all just go, huh? And they just trick the guy into looking up, and then Koda and Nanami pull out Kaginawa grappling hooks and hook this motherfucker just to start fighting him. And it's
Yes,
fucking
yes,
sick.
yes.
When I'm talking about ninja shit, that is what I want to see because that is exactly what a ninja would have done in that situation. It's like, hey, look, what? And
Also, I would
fuck
like to
with it.
mention crossovers in Power Rangers, and from what I'm seeing, also Super Sentai, tend to suffer from a particular problem where the setup for them is kind of really stupid. Because it kind of has to be with how the show works and how the characters and everything end up by the end of each season. You kind of have to be stupid to like make a crossover and do it justice. And the really stupid thing they did this time, which didn't upset me in any way, I just find it very funny, that so at the end of Hurricaneger, all the Jakanja get destroyed, including Furabijo and Wendinu, at least so we were led to believe. Um, Apparently instead, the explosion that reportedly killed Furabijo and Wendinu sent them to another dimension instead. And that other dimension was Dino Earth.
Yep, and that's the entire plot of this movie.
And they just never die. Furabijo and Wendinu, literally immortal. They're in 10 years later. They're gonna be in 20 years later. That you can't kill them.
Nope, they are immortal. And I
But
am
yeah.
prepared to watch that.
Are there anything else that we want to talk about in particular
I
before we
want to
move
talk about
on?
Giant Kabuto specifically.
Fuck! We did not talk about that. So when they fight Abare Killer, Kabuto Rider does do a giant jutsu, and it was pretty fucking sick. And that's the way it is. That's the
I'm
haps
just
on that,
I'm just
Jack.
fucking with Jack with the images of the damn giant Kabuto Rider.
What a great moment. Just watching Abare Killer get absolutely destroyed, just like he deserves.
Exactly. On another uh aspect, Asuka has proved yet again that he is fucking overpowered for like the third or fourth time.
Yeah.
So we know Tommy Oliver as the Black Ranger. If you've seen Dino Thunder, you know what I'm about to bring up. Can completely
Power up.
one shot a fucking Megazord sized monster just as a ranger,
Well, he did only do that once.
but he can one shot one.
True.
Abare Black did the same thing, except he's done it twice. And he one shotted the what's it called?
I knew it was coming.
Killer O.
I knew it was coming so hard because he took the moment the Zord that they were fighting him with failed, and then Abare Black was like, I got this, and like took his staff in his hand. I was like, no way they do this in this crossover film. No way. The Black Ranger kills the giant monster with his small mode weapon. But God be damned, he
He
did
did
it.
it, and it's fucking sick.
It was pretty fucking cool.
So yeah, Asuka's OP. And to bring up one final mode that Riley brought up in the movie, because I think he was kind of mad at it. The talking morphers.
Yeah, I mean,
Best part of
I'm not
Abaranger.
actually as angry about that as I make it out to be. I just think it's kind of silly, and I'm not the biggest fan.
This one actually has explanation though, okay?
I
It's not
know.
the
I think you've
morphers
told me
themselves.
before.
Huh?
I think you've told me before.
I don't think I have, because I don't talk to you about Abaranger.
Fair enough.
So it's not the morphers themselves talking, it's the Zords talking. But the Zords can talk because they're dinosaurs from another planet where they evolved to talk. And that's literally the explanation, and I accept that.
Abaranger doesn't take place on Dino Earth, does it?
No, it doesn't.
It takes
The-
place on other Earth, I
no,
think
it
they
takes place
said.
on Earth. It takes place on actual Earth.
Okay. And then there's Dino Earth, which is the Earth where there's dinosaurs. Okay.
Yeah, and that's where the Abare's mechas, well, also known as the Bakuryuu, that is where the Bakuryuu and Asuka are from.
Okay, I
As
see.
well as the girl from Earth, as well as where the movie ends at, and the weird spot that Makoto was at with the little
Yeah.
girl and the bad guys. Yeah, that is also Dino Earth. Dino Earth is currently controlled by the villains. I'm very confused why we didn't see the Armor of Darkness here, because that would have made sense, I think. But it might have been destroyed at this point and not been on Makoto either. But either way, that is all that I have to say about this point.
So now we have to move on to our wrap-up questions, where we're going to give a favorite character, a favorite scene, and rate the movie out of 10.
Fuck me. 10 out of 10. I'm rating it now. 10 out of fucking 10.
God damn it! I don't like when they go out of order. Just follow the damn sequence.
I'm sorry, but that's my answer.
Whatever. What's your favorite character?
Nanami.
Oh, maybe it's Nanami for me too. Oh,
It's either
so
Nanami or
good.
it's Ishu. It's either Nanami or it's Ishu.
Oh my
Asuka
God.
is a close second, but it is Nanami or Ishu at number 1, and I don't know which one. And then right below them is Asuka.
Nanami was very good.
Fucking love these three in particular. Like,
So was
Iko
everyone,
is also
though.
really good,
Like
but he's not better
Yosuke
than
and
Asuka.
Iko.
Like, okay, how about this? Okay.
No, we can never say two at the same. We gotta pick one.
So we can't say two of the same.
No, we can't say more than one. I think that's where you were about to go. We have to pick one.
I was gonna say we list their top 4, so that way we don't feel bad.
No, we have to do just one. We have to abide by the rules. In which case, I will go ahead and give it to somebody.
If you don't give it a Nanami, I'm gonna be mad.
Whose name is... Yeah, it's Nanami. Like, my brain...
Yeah, it's Nanami.
It was dragging me towards Ishu a little bit. It was dragging me towards Yosuke a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's
Nanami. Nanami wins on one specific point in this movie for me.
It's weird because I feel like out of all the Power Rangers, Hurricane Blue was on the screen for the least amount of time.
Exactly.
But Nanami made such an impression that it just, like, the whole time I'm like, yes. Fuck yes. Nanami.
But Nanami has one thing that carries her over Ishu, in my opinion, and Asuka.
Her theme song?
No, it's not the theme song. I wasn't listening as closely to the theme song. It is the fact that she just goes swish swish.
You do like how she goes swish swish, and that's why I mentioned the sub earlier, because they definitely do not say swish swish in the version of the show that I love.
Well, they can suck it. It's swish swish, and that is Nanami's thing, and I'm keeping that in my brain forever now. Because even the fucking T-Rex...
Let me see, because they say the shoo shoo in the theme song. So let me go to Toku Fun real quick and see what that is translated as in the sub that I watched. God, that theme song slaps so hard.
But like even the Brachiozord's equivalent says that. He goes, swoosh swoosh, I appear, brah.
Yeah, I know. The Brachiozord does say that, doesn't it?
And it's fucking amazing, and I love it. He's perfect in every way.
It's translated as fuck, I missed it. Hold on.
Shoo shoo no Sanjo.
Shoo shoo no Sanjo is translated as arriving like a gale.
No.
So that's always how I've known it.
On stage. It's swish swish on stage.
The next line is it's a bunch of blustery ninja.
Swish swish on stage, a bunch of blustery ninja.
But it's a very good show, that Hurricaneger. But anyway, folks, I will give my favorite character to Nanami. Did you also say Nanami, or did
I
you
also
say...
said Nanami.
Okay.
Close second being Iko and Asuka. Or
Okay.
not Iko, Ishu and Asuka, sorry.
Ichigo and Asuka. Okay. I was also thinking about Iko a little bit too, but it's not.
Iko is like right below Asuka.
But favorite scene? Is it cheating to just say the fight at the end? That's a scene, right?
Yeah, that is a scene, but I'm very disappointed in you for picking that.
What was your favorite scene? I don't want to give both to Nanami. She gets favorite character.
Yeah,
for that
I know, and
moment.
that's the problem because I realized that's what you were doing right after I said I'm kind of disappointed in you.
I gave Nanami favorite
Okay,
character for that, so I'm giving favorite scene to something
like
else.
favorite. Okay, but so my actual favorite scene is obviously her swishing in to save Itsuki, but I will give my favorite scene to Asuka double swording that motherfucker.
Oh shit, that was very good, wasn't it? You know what? Crow royalty.
And it has both Go Riders and Asuka in it.
I don't want to
So
seem like I'm copying Crow, but he's just captured my essence here. He knows. I know. The Go Riders are rad. That move was sick. They were unmorphed the whole time, and it was choreographed great. That is my favorite scene in the movie. Yes, Crow, I agree.
yeah.
And you said it was a 10. I'm gonna say also it's a 10. It is very,
I have something to add real quick.
because I feel like it has to. The thing about this movie is like I said, 10 years Ranger, 10 years Ranger.
Yeah, it's 10 years Ranger. It's like once and never.
Once and never. 10 years later had a lot of character drama, whereas this did have some, but not a lot. So I know there's definitely a Toku film out there that's the best of both worlds, that has the amount of good character drama that is Hurricaneger 10 years later, and the amount of like amazing heart pumping action that this movie gives me. At the same time, I am confident this will remain at least one of my favorite Toku films for all time. It has very little flaw. What?
Abaranger versus Bakuryuu.
Maybe you're right. But
Watch that.
yeah, I think it was very good. I don't want to give it a 10 because I feel like it's a little bit of a cop out to give it a 10.
I love,
but I will go
Toku
just
movies
below that. I'm not going to go too far below. I'm pretty confident in at least giving it a 9.5. So that's what I'll do.
Speaking of Bakuryuu versus Abaranger, do we want to watch that next, or do we want to go Hurricane?
No, because I want to try to, at least at first, until we run out, watch movies for Sentais I'm at least tertiarily familiar with.
Okay, so that's why I was saying Bakuryuu versus Abaranger.
But this movie is not enough for me to watch another.
I know, but I would assume that you would want to watch Abaranger after watching this, because Abaranger is really good.
My vote is a movie you won't want to watch because you don't like it. And I think that makes it interesting because maybe you won't like it and I will, or maybe we'll both hate it. Either way, it'll be a more interesting podcast. You know what movie we should cover?
What?
Coming off of the momentum of this film?
What?
Hurricaneger with Dawn Brothers.
No.
That's
not even a movie. It's like 15 minutes.
Is it?
I'm 90% sure. It's like 15 minutes. It's like a hyper battle video.
Let me take a look. Let me get a look here. Does Toku Fun not have King Oger? Dawn Brothers is the first option. That's weird.
Hold on, I'll get it for you.
I don't need King Oger. I have Dawn Brothers in front of me.
I know, but I'm getting Dawn Brothers versus Hurricaneger on the wiki.
Hurricaneger with Dawn Brothers.
It is between episodes 19 and 20, and it is... How long is the movie? Or like the bit? Because this doesn't look like it's a movie. It looks like it's a
hyper battle video.
Yeah, it looks like a hyper battle video, honestly.
Okay, well, maybe that's not the vibe then.
Unless you want to do Dawn Brothers versus Hurricaneger, or Dawn Brothers with Hurricaneger, and then also do Dawn Brothers and Abaranger. because
Is that a thing?
that also exists, and I want to see that.
I was not aware that that was a thing.
Neither was I until right this second.
It must be very short because it's not even on the list of like specials on Toku Fun.
Yeah, it's really not. But like, I will find it.
But anyway, my favorite scene is the fight at the end. 9.5/10 rating. We've done it.
No,
We've
your
done
favorite
it.
scene of the your favorite scene was Go Ranger Asuka
Oh
with the
yeah,
swords.
yeah, you're right. You're right. You got it. You got it.
You know I right.
Could we watch? I don't remember if I even watched. Yeah, I totally did. Could we watch? Oh, wait a minute. I have an
Riley.
idea. I have the perfect
Riley.
idea. You're gonna love this idea. You're gonna love this idea. It's the perfect
I
idea.
also have an idea you're either gonna
It's
love or
literally
you're gonna hate.
it's literally the same idea that this was, where it was like it's one season you've seen and liked, and one season I've seen it liked, but we're not as familiar with the other. Hey, you know what we should
Yeah.
watch? You're gonna be into this. You're gonna like cheer when I say it. A little movie I like to call Go Sager versus Shinkenger.
Fuck yes. Absolutely. We're watching that tomorrow.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know if I have time tomorrow.
I will
But
do it right after you get done with your podcast tomorrow. Hell yes. I will stay up as late
fuck
as I need
no,
to.
I'm not staying up that late.
I
No,
will.
we'll do it later. But next time me and Crow come together on this podcast, it'll be for Go Sager versus Shinkenger. But folks, we'll plug where you can find us individually first, and then I'm gonna do one last little Megazord radio plug at the very end, just to get that name out there. But Crow, where can they find you? 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 I know it's not funny anymore. I'll let him fix it. I'll mute myself until he fixes it. Crow? Can't hear him. Crow? Can't hear him. He broke it. He broke himself. Crow royalty is gone forever. He's dead. We got him. We got him. That makes it sound like I killed him. No, it didn't happen. Nope. You can't prove anything. This is not actionable in court. If Crow royalty turns up gone, then it's not my fault. All gamers, I don't know if we're getting Crow royalty back. So you can follow him at Crow Royalty on Twitter.com. And you can follow me. If you want to see all of my shit, it can all conveniently be found at a link tree. linktr.ee/Riley Cinematic Universe. That's RIELY Cinematic Universe. And if you want to find both of us, folks, you can do that by going to Megazord Radio, which is a Power Rangers watch along podcast. Currently available on Spotify and YouTube.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I cannot hear you. What the fuck?
Well, sorry. Unfortunate for you. I don't know why I'm talking to you like you can
Hello,
hear me.
can you hear me?
Yeah, hello? Yes, hello?
My phone's being dumb now. I apologize.
Just go away. Just get out. I should probably text him because he can't hear me.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I cannot hear you anymore. Fuck.
Oh my fucking god. Listen to our Power Rangers podcast.
Okay, Riley, I need you to end this because I can't hear you worth a damn.
Yeah, I'm trying. Shut up, I'm trying. Hold on, I gotta text him.
I am running into technical difficulties. I need you to end this for us.
Alright, yeah, so you can follow Megazord Radio at youtube.com/@MegazordRadio, anchor.fm/MegazordRadio, Spotify, Megazord Radio, all good things. Go check them out. Check them out. Chick, 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 chick. Chick, chick, chick. Chicka, chicka, chick, 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 chick. Why am I doing this? I don't know. And well, folks, thank you all for listening to Issue Crew Movie Reviews. See you next time. Bye.